Hello there. Welcome to another edition of our program, How to Have an Amazing 20s. Your 20s is the foundational years, and so you need to build yourself up. You need to develop your foundation so that the rest of your adult years will be solid, concrete, and amazing. Now, in this episode, we are continuing the series 10 activities you must engage in your 20s, 10 activities. And in this episode, we are looking at mastering a trade. You need to learn or master a trade. Now, a trade is a vocation. Okay, it's different from your normal academic training. A trade is a vocation. You learn skills. You learn arts. You use your hands in accomplishing those trades. Trades like sewing, engine repairs, plumbing, footwear making, hairdressing, and all the rest. They are all vocational activities. So, as a 20-something-year-old, you need to go and use this season to learn and master at least one trade. At least one trade. At least just one trade. You need to learn to master this activity. It could be you may learn how to sell computers. You may learn how to repair laptops. You may learn how to repair phones. It's a vocation. You need to learn it. You need to acquire the skill in at least one trade, because you need to have a source of income on the side that is not associated with your academic training or professional training. Oftentimes, most people, they excel as a result of the trade that they learn. They excel as a result of what they can use with their hands. For instance, if you are university graduates and you cannot find a blue-collar job, then you can convert your trade or that you have learned. You can start your own organization. You can start your own company. You can laterally start your own company. Besides, most of the companies that you see today, most of them were established by people who applied trades that they learned. A lot of companies are trade-based. If you look at the base of what they do, it was just a trade that they started with. But as they grow up, they begin to systemize their business, and it became large and corporate in nature. If the average roadside mechanic understands how to organize their workshop, the business would expand and grow in a way that people would come in and it would look like a corporate organization. The average eatery that we see outside, the same eatery that we go to and we pay a huge sum of money, some of them, when you compare the food they prepare with some of these booker joints, mama joints that we visit, you realize that the joints at times have better tasting food than the eateries. Unfortunately for the joints and bookers, they did not standardize or systemize their process. They did not build it in a corporate way. They did not leverage on education to make it standard in order to earn more. What am I saying? When you master a trade or you learn a trade, you have the opportunity to expand and grow up yourself. You have the opportunity to earn more for yourself, because you can convert it. You can convert your trade. You can convert it. You can set up a business and convert it into a corporate entity. You can take it to the new level, a new level that people will seek employment, and you'll become an employer of labor. You would agree with me that most universities today are compelling students to go into entrepreneurship. Now, if we look at the core of entrepreneurship, it's all about trade development. You engage in a trade and you build it up into an organization. You build it into a company. If you go to America today, The largest employer in America are small scale companies. Companies where they may 2, 3, 4 people work together. And so those small scale companies are trade based. They are just trade based. So you need to have this at the back of your mind that you must acquire a trade. You must master a trade, whatever the trade may be. It may be selling of spare parts. It may be selling of plastics. Those things, you may not know how much money people generate. If you look around you, you will see people who will call locals, people who who didn't acquire much education. You see how much money they are making. If you go to a typical market, you will see people that ground pepper. You will see them there with grinding machine, and they will look at the machine and everything. It won't cost more than maybe 25 to 30,000, but they make their livelihood from grinding pepper. That's the only skill they have. They know how to buy pepper, sell and grind, and they make money. Some of these people even they go about hawking and selling fish. Although it may look simple that they sell fish, but if you look at the core of their trade, fish selling, they know the kind of fish that sells. They know the one that doesn't sell. They know the kind of fish that people will buy and the one that people will not buy. If you are not into that business and you just assume that it's cheap, if you invest in it, you will fail because you have not mastered the trade. If you look on the internet, you will see a lot of university graduates celebrating their mom because the mother sent them to school through the proceeds she gets from frying akara or selling fish. What am I saying? You need to learn a trade. Now, when you learn a trade, you can expand it and build it into a company because you have acquired entrepreneurship skill. Your 20s is glorious. Your 20s is awesome. Your 20s is great, but you can make it greater by learning a trade, by mastering the trade. My name is Olasoji. Sosanya. Thank you for joining me.